How's it going, everyone? To get straight to it, I am going to show you how to catch precise bottoms and precise tops in whatever market you're in. I have been backtesting this for a very long time, and I'm very excited to release this strategy to help a lot of people make money and be more efficient in a strategy that we know is that works because it's a 100% win rate. As I've back tested this for about 2 months now, have not lost a trade, so I very excited to share this. And if done right, you can make insane returns because that is what reversals give you. They give you, if you nail the top and the bottom, you will get a Jurassic sharp move to one of the sides. So without further ado, let me show you the strategy, how we do it, and how to accomplish it. And I also have a Discord that if you just want to follow my alerts, I will share that later in the video. I'll put that in the bio in the comments. But let me get straight to the point here. So, some of the trades that I have taken, I'll just share a couple. But one of the biggest things with this strategy, you have to be patient. Just with anything good in life, patience will give you the most valuable things. And that is the same with reversals. So, the first thing you want to do to set up this chart, just like how I have it, you want to go, I'm going to exit out of this so you can see exactly how I do this because this is the main one. So you want to go straight into indicators. And this is Webull. You can do this on any other thing too. So you go straight into indicators and you want to add the KC. Looks like it saved it already for me, but for the inputs, it's going to look like this. Put the length, keep it at 20, and then the multiplier, you want to change that to 4. Now, let me explain what this indicator is doing. Keltner channels is telling us how overbought or oversold it is. And when you change this multiplier, it is essentially ATR. The more you put this number up, the more extreme levels you find. I personally find number 4 the best. So this is multiplier 4. You have your green and you have your red. And you can change those colors to how I had it. That this is just the colors. But your bottom band is when you would look for buy signals, and then the top band is when you look for sell signals. This trade I play particularly, and as you can see, remember, we always start off at the weekly candle. You can see that right here, the price was above the top band, right here. So we look and say, okay, this is a valid trade to take for either shorting or buying puts. Then we go to the daily candle. The daily looks a little different, of course. So we want to also make sure that the daily candle is above your top band if you're trying to buy puts or shorts. And what we want to see here, guys, we want to see a K near 90. So a lot of people would get right into this candle and they're like, holy cow, STRL is up 22%. Let's start shorting it. No, let's wait this one out. Let's wait till, something happens here. And remember, you want to make sure the weekly is above it first. So this will get rid of a lot of unnecessary noise of even looking at something. So you find this, and when I said the KDJ, you want that near 90? Well, this is the KDJ right here. This is another indicator. Same thing how I added Keltner channels. You find this, where the KDJ is, check it, leave it at the same default settings of 9, 3, and 3. Nothing to do there, default it, you're good. So if you look at this candle right here that I'm hovering over right now, it's at 81. It goes to 86, next candle, 89. And we're looking just at the K. I don't care about the D or J. The next candle is 90. I said you want to look for a level near 90. So I could start accumulating now at this level right here at around 80 bucks. I can be in accumulation. And now The next candle is 90. The next candle is 92. And the next is 90. So when you're in the 90 zones, I am, especially at 92, this is when I put a lot more size. So you start accumulating and look at what you get. You get a minus 2% day right here and a minus 6%. Now, and then even lower right here. So you went from 82 all the way out, almost down to 72. About a $10 haircut. And we all know with options, that is a massive return. Obviously, you're not going to get the whole return of this. Honestly, if you see a minus 6% day and you're up big, take the profit. You know, that's amazing because, because I'm going to teach you why you want to take this profit. Because one, price always reverts to the mean. See how this blue, I would call this your reversion of the mean. That is your 20 on the Keltner EMA. So you see this upper band, it goes back down to the middle. Hits the upper, back down to the middle. Overextends. I want to do puts. This is my sell zone. And then look, it kind of goes back to the middle, but it gets close enough to want to rally again. So remember, we will look at the weekly first, make sure it's over the band. Do you even confirm whatever you want to do? If it's either puts or calls, if it's under here, I will consider calls. We want to make sure the K is near 90 for puts. Is near 90 for puts. Okay, so that's about it. You don't really have to look at RSI that much, but RSI does help to see that right here at this candle, it was 87. And that's when it was so overextended that buying a lot of puts right here was the best opportunity. Next is Dollar General. I took this trade, and it's actually beginning to be another trade. So we have the weekly candle first, because I want to show you a buy zone instead of just a sell zone like we showed earlier. So this is a sell zone, or a buy zone. You see the candle below the bottom band. Right here, you see the candle below the bottom band. So, what we can figure is, okay, we can look into buying calls or just regular shares. So, below the bottom band, and as you can see, just the weekly is looking amazing. 150s to 170s, but we don't just base it on buying from the weekly. We want to get the most precise entry. So I go to my daily next. And like I told you, we look at the K on the KDJ. And for this, we're going to have more different settings for the buys. I told you at 90 is the best for puts. Looking at a K for 90, I repeat, is the best for puts. For buys, you want to look for, honestly, at least less than 10, but my zone, I tell people, I want to look for like 8 on the K. 8 on the K. So right here we get a drop straight to 11 on the K. And it was such a big drop, we figured out its earnings that made it drop this much. Does a little fake bounce to catch in some buyers. So people get backed, and now they're bag holding from this bounce. Alright, so now we see 8 on the K on this candle right here. And now we see 7. I like that. I see it's less, near 8, less than 8. And then we see 6, 5, 3, 4. This one went extremely oversold because the K got lower and lower and lower. When you see K at 4, 3 on a big cap stock like Dollar General, that is screaming, put some bigger position size. And when I say position size, what I like to use is, let's say you have a $10,000 account. Your first trade you put in was right on this candle. It was less than 8 on the K. Let's say 10,000, put $1,000 in right here. Next day, put in 2,000. I use the 1, 2, 2, 4 rule. So you put 1,000, then you double it to 2,000. Next day, if you want to add it each day, double it again for another 2,000. So now you have 5K. And then quadruple that to, or double that next 2,000 for your last position when it was extremely oversold at 3K. Put 4 grand in right there. And then you kind of just wait it out as you can. And remember, price always reverts to the mean. Here is your blue band. I would never panic and sell when the price is under my bands here. If I see a little red, I don't care. Do not look at the P&L. Look at where the price could go. So if you're right in this area, you're golden. You're fine. Because the middle band is way up here. It's so overextended that price has to go back to the middle band. And that is on your Keltner channel. Just remember that. Whenever you get scared when using this strategy, and then when I'm going to, help you guys in the Discord. As a matter of fact, let me show you that right now. This is the Discord. It's completely free. I do not want to charge anybody for money. I can make it all in the stock market. I don't need to have people pay me money. When, honestly, if you're successful, do not give any guru or somebody who thinks they know what they're doing in the market, because they don't know if they have to take money from you. First off, this is a free Discord, completely free. You don't have to pay a single dime. We have a stock talk. I go over the watch list for the next. I put this out on Sunday of what I'm looking for. During the day, I might see something, but I update this all the time. And then we go straight into trade alerts. And this is where I say, bam, I'm taking pod calls. Boom, I sold pod calls. Plus $1,000. BETR. We're going to take some AMC here. And I put it all in here. I said I sold AMC. We'll reevaluate the bottom. And I give you exactly what I'm thinking here. I traded HE. That was a very nice reversal. Nailed the bottom a lot of the times. No panic. And here's that STRL trade, actually, we just talked about. I got in. I tell you my current position. Screenshot it. So you can exactly see what calls or what puts I'm getting, when I get it, and when I sell it. Because remember, so if you like, Discord's free, absolutely join it. It's in the bio. I'll put the link in the bio and in the chat and YouTube. And I'll pin that for you guys. But like I said, I do not panic because I know where prices can go. And reversals have the biggest moves. Once the market makers decide to let it go back to the reversion of the mean, you're going to make a lot of money. And this Dollar General here did exactly what it did for me. And now I'm telling my followers, okay, so we see the same scenario again here. This is real time. I don't even see the next candles here. Same scenario, guys. Big drop. And guess what? We're going the second day. We drop a little here. But look at this. The weekly candle is below the bottom band, just slightly. I kind of want to see what this candle does. You see how this candle is just clearly breaking the bottom band. I kind of want to see that for this next week candle. So I'm going to alert this in the chat when exactly I get on. It's funny that we're seeing the same scenario for Dollar General in a short period of time. It's beautiful. But I look at these trades. Here was my pod calls. Go straight to the weekly. Remember, straight to the weekly. Oh, it's under the band. We can look to start a position. And right at 182, looks like right when it pierced the weekly, it was a dead-on spot for reversal from 180 to 211, and that is beautiful profit. As you can see right here, price went right back to the middle band, like I always tell you, and then it's going to do whatever it wants at the middle band. But once it does that, I take the profit, and I let the stock market do whatever it wants, because I got what I needed. So just remember to look at the weekly. If you're using the weekly, you should be fine. Because if you see a weekly oversold this much on a big cap, hitting that lower band and accumulating that position and then using that daily to look for, a K on the KDJ near, I say less than 8 is good. and just use proper accumulation skills. Like I said, the 1-2-2-4 roll. First size is always the lowest. You don't put your full size in reversals. Second size, you can double it. Next size, double it. The next size, double it from the next. And you just kind of do it based on your account balance. I know I've seen traders just say, I have 10 grand in my account. Bam, I put 10,000 in my first trade. Do not do that. Please do not do that. I've seen people blow so many accounts, and it's just not. When I say accumulate, I want my channel to be smart about it, have good risk management, and use. But with this system, we have 100% win rate because we are catching the most precise entries. So it probably could work with this, but I want you guys to practice good trading skills, discipline, and this is what I'm trying to teach. Now, penny stocks, for everyone that's into penny stocks, you can completely ignore the weekly candle. Penny stocks, I try to stay away from these, but for example, I did trade Mon. Has a lot of volume. I want to see what the hype is. But you will never see a weekly candle under the bottom band for a penny stock. Because these things penny stocks are destined to just go under $1, reverse split. Under $1, reverse split. They're just junk. So, go to the daily. According to my indicator, I would not buy Mon at any of these candles because it's not under my band. So all these candles right here, it's up, down, 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 down. Massive down candles. It could be down 500%. Does not mean it's a reversal yet for me. But I see this candle. It's penetrating my bottom band. And bam, what do we get? A little rally. And for penny stocks, that one candle was up almost 30% at the high of the day. I took the profit there. Got in and out. Hit this next candle. It's up another 25% the next day. So this stock has stayed. Not every stock is this simple. And that's why you have to accumulate in buy zones. Usually, you don't just get straight on and then it's up the next day. It takes some time, sometimes. But as you can see, it works perfectly though. You get your buy zone when it's under the bands, and your sell zone is always that middle band. It hits the middle band, price has to go to your middle band. So it lets it rally just to go back to its course again. Lets it rally back to its course. Lets it rally back to its course. And just remember to only take the trades when it's, in those buy zones. It's either puts for over the bands, buys for under the bands here. And I have some other few tricks up my sleeve. I want to make this as simple as possible. I want you guys to make the best trades. I don't want you buying random zones when you see red candles. Buy the dip. I do not believe in buy the dip. I really don't. You will bag hold. You want to buy the right dips, guys. Okay? I repeat, you want to buy the right dips, and that is in my buy zones. And I clearly laid it out. I back tested this strat for a long time, and I was hesitating on sharing it, but there's no sense in hiding something. Don't be, in being greedy. If you know something that someone doesn't know, or someone doesn't have a nice trading plan, and share it. And I'm here to learn from, all the other people, and I'm always looking to learn new things. But this strategy works, I promise. As long as you do on big caps, it works the best. You can try it on penny stocks here and there. They work too. Just make sure you're very strict on your buy zone. If it's under the band, make sure the K is under 3, I would say. Just be extremely strict. For the big caps, I say around 8's fine. Now, yeah, we went through a lot. Like I said, I do have other tricks up my sleeve. I go to TradingView. I have a little couple more indicators that I've just been randomly backtesting. It works. But this is the main thing. I give you a big picture of what am I looking at. Why did the stock go down at this point? because it hit this 20 EMA, and that is the reversion of the mean, and it constantly does that. I can go to any stock, any futures, any forex pair. It doesn't matter the market. It's going to do the same thing. You get these massive, when it gets the upper band, it's going to sell off fast, and that's what you see right here, up near the upper band. When it gets kind of close to the lower band, you get a little rally here and there. But remember, we're looking for a break. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I showed the settings of how I set this up. If there's any confusion, please let me know in the chat so I can correct anything. But you're going to need your Keltner channels, the KDJ, and put an RSI just to, it just helps you to see how oversold or overbought something is. I appreciate you guys. Thanks so much for watching. For real though, do join the Discord. It's a lot of fun to see new people. Trading can be lonely, and that's the whole reason why I'm sharing this strategy. I want to have other people to be successful. I want other people to, help me find these things. Now that I'm sharing this strategy, like, oh, check out this. I was like, spot on, man. You actually pointed out a buy zone, and you pointed out a sell zone for the channel. Now we can all share ideas, and that's what I want to see. The Discord is free. We'll never charge a penny. Come on in, and I'll put the link in the bio of the YouTube and in the chat of the comments in YouTube. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Peace out.